P.S. Hinga responds to your submissions. He is quite, he doesn't agree, he disputes what you're saying, and he goes ahead to quote the Constitution on the responsibility that the government has. Is there a different way of doing this?
Yes.
And especially at a time that, yes, you're talking about those employed in formal sector, 16 million, formal sector, 3.2 million, and those that are in the formal sector are actually feeling this burden. Is there a different way of doing it?
Yes. So let's start with the fact that, look, I think we must respect the Constitution enough to understand that the Constitution was built for people and not the reverse. So the Constitution also says that we have a right to families, partners, and everything else. It doesn't mean the government has a bureau or a fund for us to form families. Right? I mean that as a joke, but I say if we start to debate the way we are debating, we can get to a very... But there is. The view for me is this. I think P.S. Hinga makes an eloquent case for the fact that there are poor people or people who are disadvantaged, who are not sitting here, who need to be helped. The weak case is that we need to do it through a fund and have you people manage it, and we don't trust you. So if government wanted to, and simply say, look, it's okay. Simply say, in the same way that we have the same tax finance bill that we're discussing, saying that anybody who wants 500,000 shillings and above will have 1,000 shillings, we have the National Housing Corporation, whose work is exactly this. Simply make this simple. Rules of taxation require that they be simple and direct. Simply add an additional 1 percentage point and fill P.S. Hinga's pot and use it to fund the National Housing Corporation. And we'll be honest with each other and account for those as a way of it. There's an obsession in this new Kenya Kwanza government with funds and forming funds here and there and earmarks on the budgets and everything else. So I think if you did that, it's a simple way. You can simply get that money. We can debate whether you should or not, but you simply have one single. But this idea of driving a wedge between employers and their employees by saying on TV, it's embarrassing for a public sector worker to say we are stealing from your employers to pay you our houses. You see, we are driving ourselves in knots by saying many things. So yes, because you asked me for an alternative, an alternative exists. You simply say that we will have a specific charge, and instead of making it go to a fund, you simply push it back to the National Housing Corporation, which is already a fund by because it's established by law. And use that money to then execute whatever housing policy we want to. But what we have here suggests to me, and all those promises that we're being told, let me finish with this. With all due respect, Honorable P.S. Hinga and Honorable Bosses Kuria, the jobs you're promising will not come. Let me tell you why. According to the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, which does better data collection than some have had people cite here, there are 14 million households in Kenya. If 14 million households have not created that burst in jobs that you have, why do these guys think that creating 250,000 in 1 year will create those jobs? You are lying to us. So that's it. There's no economics rule that tells you that if you can't create millions from 14 million, you're going to suddenly have some magic. I mean, they're telling us that they have a magic pot that they're going to start called the Housing Levy Development Fund that will do it. It's not going to do it, and I can bet any amount of money that it won't. Let's have a honest conversation here.
Okay, all right.